So like, yeah, so I'm trying to back up my desktop, but my old Wi-Fi adapter is the jankest thing ever, and it like stops backing up like uh after like half a day of back or like 6 hours. I don't know how long it actually makes it, but after some point of backing up, like the Wi-Fi connection just disconnects. It complains about missing beacons and demessage for like an hour or whatever, and like uh it does like it just yeah. So anyways, so I'm like screw that. So I got my desktop connected to my laptop over Ethernet, and that's been my jank connection to the internet.
I see.
And it worked perfectly so for my foot sometime, and it disconnected, and so my laptop went to sleep. And so like the backup failed for like the nth time.
I think the jankier thing is what you're describing about the Wi-Fi being shitty.
Oh, it's not the Wi-Fi. Like my laptop's perfectly fine. It's just the jank adapter.
Oh, sure, sure, sure. Wait, but isn't that a Wi-Fi adapter, or am I misunderstanding something?
It is a Wi-Fi adapter, yeah,
Okay, so yeah. Sorry. I mean the Wi-Fi adapter being bad.
for sure.
How can we show up as offline and by in a word?
We do it offline?
You show up as offline in Discord.
Yeah, sure. What about it?
Oh no,
What of it?
nothing.
Remember, you have to submit your moves.
Oh, right.
Yeah, I think the clock for the first turn doesn't actually tick. But see, now there's a chess clock. It's a 5-second increment. Yeah, 20 minutes.
Wait, what? Okay, I wasn't okay with
You
that
want to go top left?
necessarily, but sure. This game is a little bit too cerebral for a chess clock, you know. Um,
Our last match somehow didn't end fast, but that should be the norm normally, I believe.
you're gonna discover pretty soon that I don't know anything at all about chess. I'm just hoping that the high dimensionality of this game makes it a reasonable substitute. Hmm, having some thumbnails look. Um, okay. Um, you're probably fine. Uh, oh, no, I'm just being stupid. I just didn't upload a new thumbnail. Uh, give me some weird. Give me just. All right. Oh fuck! 2 minutes just passed. Okay. Oh well. Um.
Can always restart if you want.
That's fine.
Slow and grindy game of getting rid of my queens. Oh gosh. On that board too, huh?
Wait, sorry. What about board two?
You made moves on both boards. No, wait.
I did. I only
Okay.
made moves on one board. I opted not to make moves on the other board because
Okay, makes sense. Makes sense.
there's like no incentive to make moves on the board. That's
Oh my god, does the time increment go up with the number of boards? It seems like it's +10 now.
no. Oh, maybe it does. Yeah, it seems kind of fast. So slightly concerned given that I already used up a quarter of my time. But you're right. It does feel like the timer is going slightly faster than.
Oh, the speed is different, but it is just, you see the +10 it says? That's the increment.
Oh,
That's the amount of time it has gained per move.
uh, meh. I think from an objective chess perspective, I'm not doing a very good job right now, am I? You just made that move there?
One move at a time, man.
Yeah. Never mind, you didn't submit your moves yet. Ooh, never mind. I was about to do something really stupid.
Notice the attack. Oh,
Go attack. Oh, sorry. I did something that was more stupid than I intended. I meant to. Sorry, wait. I meant to move that only one up instead of two to protect the bishop, not to. Okay, well, it's okay. I just lost the bishop. I took a queen, so maybe it's a lateral trade. I don't know.
if only you could travel back in time in order to fix your
Indeed,
mistakes.
indeed. No, it's not quite how this game works. But
Alas.
it's just really hard to do this because I have to figure out like where pieces on the other board can attack my pieces. It's like kind of painful. And like it lends itself to this very, very conservative playstyle. What?
GG.
I'm so curious. How'd you get me?
This one I was planning actually, because the queen can go any number of squares in any number of dimensions. Like I
Oh.
just had to make sure that there was a path to your king in the past.
Dang, I don't even see how it's. Oh,
Like
okay, okay,
each,
okay.
like imagine, like whatever
Yeah,
you
yeah,
do,
yeah.
the queen goes back in time and diagonal, then back in time and diagonal, then back in time and diagonal.
Um,
Yeah, technically you could have avoided this by defending that pawn. No, yeah, even defending that pawn wouldn't have helped. Unless you did move in advance or something.
it wasn't a clear path though. I guess when we go, like, the kind of on this square goes down, one to the left.
Yeah, like you moved your king, but it didn't make a difference because I was attacking your king in the past.
Okay, yeah, yeah, I see, I see.
So
It is
instead.
a diagonal, yeah. Damn. Well played. I was trying to get your queen on like a path in front of my knight in the past. My rationale was like, if I get rid of your queens, I can. It's gonna be somewhat straightforward after this.
Makes sense. I mean, yeah. If well, also you don't have the, what do you call it? You don't have the initiative in going back in time. So technically, if you branched again, it would be into like a timeline I wouldn't have to play and move on. Because the weird thing how it goes, or the first. Well, yeah.
All
You
right, do you
want
want
to
to
do a
solve some
medium time control
puzzles?
again?
Or what?
No,
You
the
want to solve
puzzles.
some
Yeah, sure.
puzzles? Okay. Want to just watch on Discord? I don't know if we can like.
Yeah, yeah, sure.
Maybe we can. All right, let's try this knife tactics. Oh boy, I'm not sure if I'm ready for this.
Yeah, can't remember if we did all these yet.
I don't think we did all of them. This will work. Because the king can just go to the side. What?
Yeah, it goes two in the past. The important thing is that the knight cannot be taken this turn, which means it can always then move again to the past, I guess.
I don't get it. Wait, why can't the king just go here?
It's attacking the king in the past. It goes two in one dimension, then one dimension, or one move back in time.
So, which piece is attacking the knight in the past? That's the question.
The knight is attacking the king in the past.
Sorry, I
I
mean,
heard
which
you doing
which
some
piece is
5D
attacking?
chess.
Oh yeah, we're playing
Yeah,
5-dimensional
5D
chess. This my question was, so I saw this puzzle, but I don't understand how the solution works. So the knight is, so when I send this knight back in time, it challenges it challenges the king in this timeline over here, right?
So first thing is you didn't move the knight back in time. The knight can move back in time and kill the opponent king.
Wait, didn't I literally just do that though? Wait, what was that move again? I totally forgot.
Your move was just moving the knight. Oh, I guess you did move it back in time actually. Yeah, fair enough. But
Let's
yeah,
reset the puzzle.
checkmate.
What I did was this. All right, let's think about this for a moment before I kind of go back. So if I move the knight
You
over
moved
here,
the knight.
So
You moved the knight 2 turns back and 1 dimension away. Okay, so what? Yeah, okay. You moved across dimensions. The bishop moved back in time, creating a branching timeline. So now this is the branching timeline at the top.
wait, but I just don't understand how I'm being putting. I understand that necessarily solves my problem. I just was curious what would happen. Like, how does this actually put the king in check? Because the knight in the second timeline, the upper timeline, it doesn't have the king in check over there. The knight on the lower timeline on the far right, it's checking the bishop, but not checking, but it has the bishop under attack, but not the king.
It has the king. What it has under attack is the king 1 timeline back. When knights go back in timelines, it's like the 2-to-1 L-shaped thing.
Oh, so you're saying that this particular knight in the future. Wait, let me. This is confusing. Wait, it's going 2 back in time, and then 1 up. Is that what's going on? So the knight
Oh
just
yeah,
be
they can also
protecting.
move up.
Right, but the knight's only
Up and
protecting
down
the
in the
squares
corners.
immediately. It's just protecting the square immediately in front of it. Then. Wait, so wait, which knight would have this king in check? If I move over here. That's
Well,
my
the knight
question.
that has the king in check doesn't exist yet. Now the knight that has the king in check exists.
Okay. So that part. Okay, sorry, it took me too long to understand. I see. So you're saying that just because it shifted the board into the future a little bit, making it so it could be solved. Okay. Does this make sense to you, Will? Am I just slow?
No, I have no idea how this works.
Okay. All right.
All right, the knight. Yeah, you move to the knight to a position in which it affects the king. All right,
Okay.
maybe
Let's
a brief
see.
explanation of the rules.
Yeah, let's also
going
start
back
with
to the
it. We could
puzzles
go to the
and
real book.
whatnot.
I think it's honestly easier just to start with a.
So, in what sense is it a forced checkmate? Are you not also can the opponent time travel too?
Your opponent can
The
time
opponent
travel
can
as
time
well.
travel too. What makes the game very easy to get checkmates in is that pieces can move back in time, and if you are threatening a king that is earlier in time than you, like if you were threatening a king from the past, that is checkmate, because kings from the past cannot move. So this might make more sense with more examples.
Yeah.
So how did they spawn a second bishop?
Right.
Bishop
So
moved back in time, putting in a separate timeline. It's kind of like in Back to the Future, if like there were like 2 copies of yourself because one of yourself moved back in time.
So do you have to checkmate it in every timeline or just in one timeline?
Just one.
Just one.
Which makes
any king. You only need to checkmate one king in particular. It is possible to have multiple timelines with, or it's possible to have a timeline with multiple kings in it.
Wait, I thought the king was only 1 unit that couldn't. Anna?
Oh, the king can move through time.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that.
You tried to do this many times during the first rook puzzle.
Oh, really? Okay. Okay, so this solution kind of makes it's a little bit confusing, honestly. If I just want to like go through my thinking again, basically what I do in this case is I move the knight over this upper timeline over here. In doing so, it does a couple things. This knight now, well, when I submit my move, this knight attacks the king over here on this turn.
I can't see your mouse,
Oh, you can't see the mouse? Okay.
by the way.
Well, that sucks. Puzzle. Okay, let's go
If
back.
you hit the red arrow, it'll tell you. If you hit the red
Oh,
button,
that's great.
the
Yeah,
exclamation
yeah.
point button, it
I
will
forgot about that.
draw the arrow, telling you what it threatens.
Great. Okay. So it's saying that this particular knight attacks this king in the past. Because it moves 2 forward in space and then 1 backward in time. Does that make sense?
I wish I could see the expression of Will's face right now, whatever it is.
I have no fucking clue what's going on.
Okay, so the thing is that pieces, like, they can attack each other forward and backward in time. So, sorry. Wait.
I think you should go. I think you should go to the single page rules overview that the game comes with.
Okay, sure. But just to give an example to Will, like, this is not normally a valid knight move, right? Like, a knight just can't just move like 2 squares left. But in this case, it's also going 1 square back in time. So that's like the L shape that the knight goes in. But anyway, all right, let's go to the rules. I thought it might be also more useful to go through like a really simple puzzle and then try to explain how that works.
Yeah, the first rook puzzle is pretty good for that, though.
Let's. Okay, most of the rules are the same as ordinary chess. Your pieces can move through time and move through timelines just as they move along rows and columns, blah, blah, blah. Past cannot be changed. Moving a piece to the past causes a new timeline to be created, so you basically fork the timeline when that happens. To complete a turn, make moves until the present shifts to your opponent. Okay, so the other thing is that, like, you make a turn... You can make a turn on basically all the boards. You don't have to make a turn on the boards that are, like, the most up-to-date, I think. Also, there's a limit on how many timelines you can create. I forgot.
There is no limit, but there is a concept of if you create a branching timeline, or if one player creates like multiple branching timelines before the other player creates one, like the other timelines are like kind of dead, and your opponent does not need to move in them. It probably explains that in a later page.
Right. Okay. I thought you only had to move on the newest, the timeline that's the farthest into the future, or something like that. Maybe. So the only one that's the one you don't have to move.
You have to move all timelines that are in the present. The present is like basically when you create a branching timeline that goes into the past, like that time is now at the present, and you do not need to move in future timelines unless the present timeline has caught up.
Okay, I see. Sure.
Is there en passant in this game?
Sadly, I don't think so.
Yeah, not that I'm aware of. Yeah, a player can ignore any timelines that are not needed to advance or rewind the present. If a player branches twice before the opponent branches once, the extra branches will be inactive and won't affect the present until their opponent makes more branches. Tell whether your next branch will be active by looking at the purple arrow indicator. Okay, seems reasonable.
Let us know if you're understanding as well.
Nope.
Okay, it might be useful to just go look at the chess puzzles. I think that's probably... Okay, I kind of learned how this game works by playing like a long game with Matthew that took like literally like 2 hours, and he finally checkmated me at the end of it.
None of us really checkmated each other. I was
so close to checkmating you though, like kind of in like the first half hour. I did the same bullshit that you did to me with the queen this game. Anyway.
Yeah, it was in particular. It was an option 2. Like technically, it could have been possible to save your king by rewinding to the past and then stalling until, yeah.
Yeah, this doesn't really make any sense at all, does it?
Okay, let's just... Do you think puzzles will be useful? Or...
I mean, yeah, I don't know how else you're supposed to...
Yeah, just go to the first puzzle.
Okay, knight or rook, or what should we do?
The first rook puzzle.
Okay. Watch this like still be hard for me for whatever reason.
Oh, I think originally it still took you like a decent amount of time to figure this out.
Yeah. Okay. This is this, this, this. They're all white. These intermediate two are black. The swapping of. Um, there's also different views you can use, like if you want to orient it isometrically for whatever reason, or like that.
It might help to. So basically, there's one timeline that is in the present. If moving one of the pieces in the present exactly once results in a checkmate. The two pieces that can be moved are the king and the rook. And if you mouse over them, you can see the squares that can be moved to. So the rook in particular can move in classical chess, but it can also move backwards in time. So in particular, all of the past squares in the, I guess, like E1 square are empty, and the rook can move through them.
That kind of control. You thinking of the solution? No.
I can't think of one solution. Sorry, it's a mate in one?
Mate in one, yeah.
It's a mate in one.
No, in
You
fact,
may
I
be
can prove
thinking-
that there are no solutions according to my correct understanding of the rules, so I don't understand the rules.
Yeah.
Yeah, so this is the main one.
So why?
He goes backwards in time and kills the king, or mates the king in the past.
Or it threatens the king from the very first turn in particular. It doesn't move to the first turn, but it threatens the king, and the past king cannot move, so it's checkmate. So if you click the arrow,
Oh,
or
why
if you
can't
click
it
the
move?
red, because pieces in the past cannot move. The past cannot change. So like, yeah, you cannot, yeah, like turn one, the initial turn, like cannot change. At best, in the future, someone could move a piece there and create a branching timeline, but it wouldn't change the fact that the king is mated already in the original timeline. The past is immutable.
Does this make sense, or is it still really trippy?
I guess that kind of makes sense.
Okay, let's go on to the next puzzle. Well, let's not do mate in twos yet, because I think they're kind of harder, because they require some setup.
Maybe. This feels like the textbook joke where it's like, now that we've given you a simple explanation of the rules, here's an easy a problem, and it's just like a page of mathematical formulas.
Need to make a move on both boards. Or at least, sorry, just board, I think. But you have to make a move.
So the timeline here is a bit of a clusterfuck. It's all a valid, like the blue arrows are for when pieces traveled through time. So in particular, the rook.
Sorry, why isn't the king? Why isn't Black King already in checkmate because I'm the third?
Yeah. So you might be thinking that. So what happened was, on turn 3, the white player moved the rook one square into the past, giving him 2 rooks, which made it so that there was no squares the black king could move to, right, in the branching timeline, the second timeline below. So the second blue arrow is the black king moving back to the original timeline. Now there are 2 black kings in the original timeline, and 2 white rooks in the branching timeline. Yeah. So the other weird thing is that you can move between dimensions. You can move back in time, which creates branching dimensions, but you can also move pieces between the dimensions, just up and down. It's like a linear sort of thing. So if you move to a timeline, it doesn't create a branching timeline because the timeline already exists that you moved to. I don't know if what I'm saying helps you understand.
Wait, actually, question: if I moved the 8 or so the 9, the freaking whatever you call it, the rook, that just do? I'm not because I'm thinking it would actually it would do two things, right? Would it check?
Yeah, that should do it, right?
What do you think? I'm also wondering if it I guess this makes sense, yeah. The only way the rook can ever like attack something in the past is if it just is directly on the same space where is it, right? So
Yep. Yeah, that's basically how it works. Actually, if you reset the puzzle, I'm kind of curious if there's an alternate
yeah, I
solution
was
to
wondering
it.
if you just did this, right?
Yeah, that also is a solution because the rook can move dimensions up. That counts as or it can move.
But yeah, isn't that the same thing though? They both move one dimension up, right?
Yeah, I guess the term dimension is like these are parallel universes, I guess you would say, and the
Yeah.
rook can move. One dimension is the up and down string of parallel universes that the rook can move through.
Okay, that one seemed pretty tractable. Try this. It says rook puzzle is actually really bad compared to the knight puzzles. But still slightly.
Right. So in this one in particular, there are two dimensions in the present. So technically, you can make a move in each timeline simultaneously.
Yeah.
If you move a piece from one timeline to the other, that counts as a move in both timelines.
And I believe we have a lot, like, I don't think it'll be relevant to solve this problem, but or maybe it will. But you have some weird flexibility on the king, right? The king can move to the timeline above it, it can move to timeline before it, can move to timeline, like, above and to the left of it.
Sorry, didn't the proposal say that? Wait,
It's a maiden one for what it's worth.
Yeah.
don't you just move the rook up 2 squares on the bottom one? Oh, you move it to the top timeline, 2 squares.
Can't do that.
Okay.
The rook can only. That's a different dimension. Are
Right,
you
yeah,
talking
the
about
rook
here?
only moves
Or.
in one dimension at a time. It gets weirder with other pieces like knights and bishops and queens because they can move back in time
Wait,
and
so
also
why?
through space.
Okay.
The rook can't move to b2, right? Or whatever it is. Because that would mean moving diagonally time.
Sorry, what if you move that rook 2 squares to the left? Does that not work? Why is that not checkmate?
Oh, you have to submit a move for the bottom timeline as well.
Yeah.
So say you just move the rook 1 square to the right. That will not be checkmate. Because the kings can just take your rook back. So I think it requires moves in both timelines as one.
I believe it's this. Awesome. Oh, this kind of creates a new timeline, doesn't it?
Not quite. Or yeah, like you could. Yeah, you can only have one move in each timeline.
If I did this, that would do that, right? Creating that timeline. I would kind of not have any other move. Presumably that's not part of the solution. Um, uh,
Well, the one thing I will give credit to this game is that it is exactly as terrible as I thought it would be.
yeah, so it puts, so in my end, it puts my king in check if I do that.
I haven't even seen a game yet, Will.
Any thoughts, Will? Oh, I just can't move things in the timeline, so it's not going to help me at all.
If you want to hint, you were in the right direction with the first move,
Oh, doing this?
or the first moving the rook
Oh, this
2
one.
over.
I guess you could. They could just. Oh, so they can't take it now. Okay. Right.
Well done, you defended the rook.
Why do you think it's a bad game, Will? Out of curiosity.
I mean, I don't necessarily mean terrible in the sense that it's a bad game, just like terrible in the sense that like thinking about this is exactly as not fun as I thought it would be.
Okay, I do feel like there's some Inception mindfucky moments here.
In large part, it's like it's like back when you were a chess beginner and like frantically scanning the board for possible moves. It's exactly like that.
And see, for me, as someone who's not good at chess, right, it still feels like that. It's like, oh boy, like I constantly do scan the board for possible moves. I do that still here. So anyway, I feel it's like it's kind of like leveled the playing field. Okay, so this puzzle is pretty straightforward. I think you can figure this one out, Will. Like you just can go two forward, and then one back in time.
Wait, what?
I'll go
No,
back.
no, sorry.
You do this.
First, it might be useful to know what knight movement is.
Knight's
Knight
move in
can
an L
move.
shape, but that L shape, imagine it can now be in 3 dimensions or 4 dimensions, right? So like that knight can be rotated like that. The one, it moves 2 in one direction, one in the other direction, right? The two moves in a direction, right, can be spatial, and the other dimension can be temporal. So that in that case, the knight is actually like checking the king, or checkmating actually, it's attacking the king in the past.
Okay.
Yeah. The knight ones are a lot more fun, I think, than rook ones. I guess they're just harder. Right. Because it goes 2 back in time, 1 up. Does that make sense?
So you think I understood that?
Okay. Okay. So like
One thing is going back in time is really hard to visualize, but it like each step back is 2 boards because you're going back to when it was your move.
So it goes 2 back in time and then 1 forward. Because it's an L shape. The knight's movement is an L shape. So it just needs to go 2 in one direction, or one dimension, then one another.
Okay.
Okay, yeah, it can be a little bit bullshit, but
Might help to do a quick sample game against AI in one of the smaller boards
yeah,
to
yeah,
demonstrate
yeah,
how it looks like in practice.
yeah, okay. Let's do game against AI. A very simple board. Is this a good one? We played it very small, Matthew. Let's give it a
I
go.
played on a couple of them, but it's been a while.
Okay, all right. This is gonna be nice, nice and easy.
It's getting right into the swing of things.
Okay. Oh. Ah,
You're in
fuck my life.
check,
I forgot I'm in check already. Okay, well this is gonna be very deterministic. There's only 3 moves. I guess 4 moves I can do. I actually have quite a few options. Oh, sorry. I only have 3 moves. That was really stupid. Why did I think my king could move? Yeah, I don't want to lose my rook. I think just very objectively, this is this thing. Okay, now I start having options.
What if you move the knight to d3?
Also, wait, I'm bad. Just D is the columns and 3 is the rows, right? Or is the other way around?
Yeah.
That's
Is knight to d3 not checkmate because it's defended? Oh no, wait, there's only one.
When you say d3, are you referring to
I think he refers to this
pawn right next to your king?
Yeah.
No, d3 doesn't work. Never mind.
It doesn't necessarily
be a good move.
check.
Oh, that one.
I think it's still a good move.
Yeah. Okay. Like, what is he?
It's a pretty good move. It actually wins the game.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you're right. You're right. Yeah, it does check. That's 2. It's not 1. Okay. Cool. Okay, let's try let's try another game that's a little more open. Hmm.
You have a lot of winning moves here.
Me?
Yeah.
But isn't mate in 1? Are you trying to suggest?
I'm pretty sure there's
Yeah,
a
I think
mate
so.
with a knight, but I'm not sure what.
This is not a mate in 1. If it just did that, I
Like,
don't know what it'd be
because you
attacking.
can just capture it, right? Or...
After
That's
what?
correct.
Sorry, which one?
I was saying that like if I go back in time, that's not a mate in 1, because I don't understand what it'd be attacking. If I go here, that might be a it's not a mate in 1 either. Cool. Sorry, what exactly were you hinting at the knight? I don't understand how that helps us.
I'm not sure.
Like if I do this, it doesn't help us at all. See, they can just do that. Also, I can't undo my moves in this. So I guess we're just living with it. On the bright side, like, unless I'm misunderstanding something.
Right. So the original idea, the original thing I thought of was that if you didn't move the knight, then the king would be in check another turn. Oh, I guess it works too actually. Because the knight can move 2 timelines up and then one up on the board.
It's surprising. I didn't quite see. I knew this timeline would do that. I just didn't understand. Like, oh, okay, wait, I forgot. There's no other king we
An
need to worry about.
absolute pretzel.
Okay, I gotta say, I love this diagram so much.
See, I thought of a mere mate in one, like one knight on one king, but actually you managed to get the old 1, 2, 3, 4 mate,
Uh,
the 4x combination mate.
okay, this is becoming a YouTube thumbnail. Um, yeah, okay, I can see you trying to say a little about it not necessarily being fun, but I don't know. I think if you're somewhat inebriated, you might enjoy this game more.
Maybe. I'd probably also be worse at it, but I enjoy a
Yes.
lot of things
Those
more
two
when I'm
can
drunk.
go hand in
So.
hand.
Fair enough.
Did you mention to Will that you're streaming on YouTube and Twitch?
Oh, sorry. Did I mention that to you, Will? Actually, no. You would have seen because I literally included the link in the chat.
Fair enough.
Yeah, I did see the link in the chat. I'm mostly wondering like who's actually going to watch this.
Probably no one.
Well,
Sometimes I like to kind of rewatch my own streams.
I see.
Oh, is that where all your views come from? Okay, I'm just joking.
Savage. Okay. Yeah. No, occasionally people come on. Like, I think last time I played Noja,
Yeah.
someone came on and like gave like a 5-paragraph explanation of like why we could use definite human on one of the turns. Okay. One more puzzle. Okay, the thing is, like, these CPU games, I don't really find that entertaining because like they're it's just too mindfucky, right? Like I don't have the cognitive ability to like understand everything that's going on. But like
The CPU is also really dumb. Playing against human players, they're gonna try to like mate you in a few turns and whatever, which can be more exciting.
does this game have like a proper like online? Ooh,
There is an online mode. I haven't actually touched it, but it's there. You can play random matches with people, and there's, yeah.
I don't think I want to do. Well, we can try it, but okay, there probably is anyone online. I also want to do more puzzles, honestly.
Yeah, it's also probably a bit of a timer. I have to wait until someone to.
I think it's the because it gets yeah. Okay, I think now he's just trying to get a bit more formulaic.
It might start becoming clear that the easiest way to mate someone is just to attack a king in the past.
Oh
Wait,
yeah,
but that
for
one
sure.
wasn't in the past. That was at the same time. I'm confused.
It was in a different timeline, yeah.
It was a different timeline.
It was a fixed yes.
More accurately, it was a lateral move, I guess.
It was a lateral move to a frozen board, I guess. Pro tip: it's one of the 5 moves.
Uh, like
Nice.
look through
I,
all
I
the
also
possible
I
moves
also
and see who
thought of
hits them.
I also thought of I think another one is valid too actually. If you move the knight one
Here?
Why did
into
you
the
even move the
past and
knight?
2 up. If you move the knight 1 into the past and 2 up, I think that also.
Why would this work?
Just try it. Damn. Okay.
Yeah,
I thought it could go 2 back and then
it's diagonal.
get the king there, but I guess because it branches, that's not possible.
No.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know. I really enjoy these. Fucking pawn. No. I mean, realize how many moves can I do, right? Wait, is this main one? Yeah, it's main.
Pawns can technically travel 1 board or 1 universe up, I think. And just that.
Sorry, why could the king capture there? Oh wait, sorry, you didn't have knight defending it. Never
Yeah,
mind.
exactly.
Okay, I think I got it.
I don't go. So you have to move the pawn. Oh, are you trying to say you can move the knight back in time? But this doesn't help you though. Because oh, it does.
It
I'm
does?
just stupid. I'm stupid. Yeah. Go. Okay, I like that.
I think there's separate pawn puzzles, aren't there?
Okay, let's do the easiest like mate in 2 puzzle. I think these are harder. I think these are a lot harder.
I don't think they are that much harder.
Uh, I'm not sure about that. Oh, fuck. This won't work.
I think Will should be familiar with this technique.
I mean, so what happens if you do rook f1?
Right now? Or at the beginning?
No, to start.
Just move the bottom rook all the way to the right.
Mm.
So what? What? I mean, don't you still do rook f1? Like then you check one of the kings, right?
Right, you check both of them.
Well done. Well done. Yeah.
I think this one's kind of fun. It's just a ladder mate, but with like 1 extra step.
So I still don't really get how the king went back in time to get out of check.
Taking
Right,
moves diagonally, right?
Yeah, so
Oh,
they
okay.
can move diagonally, spatially, and also an extra dimension back in time. Or across timelines even. Across a...
So does this game even have queens, or is that just 2 cancer?
It has
Oh,
queens.
no, you can play this game with the entire regular chess set. That is the standard board. Shri and I played on that one and had a hard time mating each other because we're both just very bad at this. The second game we played though. Or the present is now in the other timeline.
Right. This is a bad board for me, is it? Yeah. There's nothing I can really do here. Well, I can do this, I guess. You can't take it.
The issue is he can run away. Okay, I guess he can also make another timeline. I think you were close there though.
Really? It seemed like a more promising move, I think.
Well, not this one. I don't think.
Oh wait, never mind.
Because what have you accomplished?
Yeah, you're right. Wait, so what was it again? I moved it up here, and then...
So importantly, in normal chess, this move right here would result in a checkmate because the king can't move anywhere.
Yeah, agreed. They have to escape this timeline, right? And then they move to this timeline.
So now what can you do? How can you check one of the kings? How can you checkmate one of the kings such that it can't escape?
Okay, so this first king, I see. You just need to get this king over here to get checkmated, right?
So what?
Can't escape. Where would he go? Oh.
Oh, wait, but
Yeah,
it does work somehow.
yeah, because that's a diagonal move.
Wait, no, it didn't work. Okay.
It didn't work. Okay, wait. Well, let's try this again. So we submit that move, okay? King moves back in time.
It could also just be completely wrong.
Yeah, I don't think this is gonna help us, right? Like, you can't do that. That's not gonna help you. We'll just take it. You can't, like, move here. We just tried that, so I don't think that moves help you at all.
Oh, maybe.
What if you move the rook back in time to get us? Or can you not do that?
There's no
Right.
time to move back
Well,
to.
yeah, that's one thing. Also,
Because you can only move it back to your turn.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
also, I don't think you'd be able to do it anyways because the rook is blocking its own path back through time. I mean, possibly. We don't know what the previous turn looked like. Right. Yeah, that would be stalemate, but okay.
This is gonna be the same thing, yeah. If I do this, where can the king go, right? They can go down and to the right. Yeah, or up and left. Not gonna solve it. See, these maiden twos are hard. These maiden twos are actually like, really hard.
What if you just hold on? What if you just like move the rook 2 squares to the right, and then force him to make a move with the king? Isn't that kind of a zugzwang? So now if you move the rook up, can the king
Kind of the same
not?
thing as before, right? He'll just escape to another dimension.
But he can't because it's checking multiple games from the past. Is
Oh.
it not? Does it not
I
work?
think you're right, actually. I think you're
I
right.
think. He could escape to. Looks like it always moves, right? Oh yeah, this might work.
Actually, no, he just goes back to the past.
Wait, how does that?
It's
Why does that work?
This is a different timeline, right? Because it's divergent.
But it's in check in that timeline because the rook. Oh,
I know it's
It's
not.
not
'cause the rook
checking
is
that
one square
timeline.
down.
The rook only attacks back in time.
Technically, if you had another move, you would just move the rook up one more, and then you'd check both kings. But
But I like
too.
this train of thought for sure. Like this. They can't. We put ourselves in an awkward position because they can always escape to the upper left hand corner, right? They can always do that, and there's no way to get around that very easily.
I think I did.
well, you could start by. Yeah, you could start with that. And
Yeah. Oh.
What if now you move the rook back in time? Does that?
Ah.
No, I guess that doesn't work. Does
He
it?
just moves one over. I think the puzzle is possible from the position you had
Oh
before,
wait, no, hold on. Wasn't
where you
that still?
forced the king back in time.
Sorry, is this? Then what?
Sorry, what was wrong with moving the rook 2 squares to the left in the previous timeline? Or sorry, yeah, moving the rook to the previous timeline from that position. Does that?
Out here.
Right. The king moves one square to the right and survives.
Sorry,
Try
so
submitting it.
The king like literally just moves one to the right, right? It can't. No piece we had actually puts in check there because the rook needs to literally be on the same square in a different timeline to check.
sorry, why can't you move the c4 rook to c5 in this?
This rook?
Yeah,
Oh.
move it up one square. Why doesn't that work?
Oh, well, you can, but it would take an extra move.
Yeah, it's made it 2.
But you have 2 moves. You've only done 1 move. What's
No, I did 2. Because
What?
I did the first move I did was this, right?
Yeah, and now you're in another timeline, so you get another move in that timeline, right?
Sadly, that's not how the puzzles work.
Yeah.
Well, okay, then it's fucking
You
garbage.
can, like, you can try it, yeah, but it'll just there's like the meta time, I guess, of like what moves you or the opponent make. But yeah, I believe there is a solution to the puzzle if you move the rook up one.
Wait, I need to think about this for a second because like I thought this won't ever help you because they can always
Because the
go
king
and
moves
flee
back
to
in
the
time,
upper
right?
left hand corner. I don't get how that helps.
Yeah. Um.
Branch it again. Okay.
Oh, is that not possible?
I mean you can. It's just not gonna help you. Look. Oh what? Oh, it is. It can't even
Because
do
the
it. It's
present is
unpresent.
now
Yeah.
different.
I don't think this is the right move. No. I feel like we should be able to solve this. This is kind of deterministic. There's only so many moves you can make.
Sorry, why can't in that if you do that same sequence of moves, why couldn't you move the rook back in time?
Where'd it go?
Oh, I see. I guess it's already in the same position. Never mind. I'm being dumb.
Kind of have to move it actually. First turn. Otherwise, we're not going to be traveling back in time at all. I'm kind of at a loss. This isn't going to help you at all. Do you have any ideas, Matthew? Have you solved it already?
Oh, I have solved it already, but like a month or so ago.
Okay. Did we do this one before? I can't remember. Like when we solved a bunch of these way back, I don't remember if we did this one.
Not sure.
In any case, I just gotta say that this is like a testament to this game's staying power that we still can't solve. We're still struggling to solve it. Why does he flee? Oh, actually, he has to flee. Sorry, that was really dumb. He has to flee. Wait, what if I do this? That doesn't help me at all. Wait, it's illegal too. What the fuck can you do? Guess this. No, it doesn't help. Ugh. Oh.
So, can't the king just always escape to a5? Like, how can the king ever not be able to escape to a5 when a5 is never in check on its turn?
So it can always escape to a5 the first move. The second move, I'm not. I guess it can always escape the second move too. Yeah.
Eh, not good. I'm so lost. There are hints. No, this game plays brutally. You have to solve it. No hints. You must just solve it. Gray matter. All right. It's okay. I wonder if there's something we're missing when they reach this configuration that makes this solvable. Stand. Like, this isn't gonna help us, right? Because they always just escape there and just keep doing this bullshit. Like, it makes me kind of convinced since we just, like, iteratively gone through all the rook moves. First move has to be a king move. The question just is that move.
The problem is if you make a king move,
Yeah,
then the
that's
rook
just
can't move in time. And if the rook does not move in time, there's no way to deliver check.
fair enough, yeah.
Right? Like, is this... So...
I guess the rook can move in time, in space, and the king can move in time.
Right, but I think this proves that the king can't make the first move.
Sure, I agree. Oh. Tough. That. Still escape, right? Ow.
Sorry, how is that not 3 moves?
What do you mean? They're just 2 moves. So this guy.
Yeah. Oh, I see. Okay, fine.
Guy. This is just not like. Eh.
But yeah, it is possible to make a move on the future timeline at the same time as the present.
But you said those count as 2 different moves.
As in like piece moves, yeah. In terms of like doing something and then transferring the control of play over to your opponent, it's one move. Like technically you can have like 10 timelines in a row and like make moves in all of them simultaneously, kind of thing. You just don't have to make a move on a future timeline if it's not present.
Okay, I'm so lost. I'm just gonna look this up.
No.
I give up. I'm not that smart. Interesting enough, they describe Rook Tactics 5 as.
What
Okay.
happens if you start with Rook B4? Or did you? Okay. Because if you start with Rook B4, the only move is to. Okay.
And what do we do from here?
That's Rook's D4. Is it B4?
Oh,
Is it
B4.
Bravo?
Okay, one hint that they give, I didn't actually look at the solution. It said that in defend pieces in the past.
Oh my god, I actually just found it out.
Oh. Wait, why was that? Oh, okay, just still considered check, because... I think you're supposed to do this. That does that, right? And I want to do that, right? Because the rook would defend it, but
Yeah,
it doesn't necessarily solve the problem.
It's possible to defend the rook with the rook.
What? What?
That's one way, but it doesn't quite work.
Did this instead. This literally doesn't help me at all.
Alright, so it's possible to defend the rook with the rook, even if the rooks aren't on the same timeline.
It just means that the rooks happen in the same place.
Do you want the first move?
Yeah, I think it's either one of these two.
Incorrect.
Really?
Or at least for the solution I found.
Let's go up.
That's the one I found.
Let's wait.
That was honestly the first one I tried, and I was like, no.
Oh. Can't do it. Because it's being defended by the rook. Right.
Wait, sorry. Why is it being defended?
This rook is defending itself. One sec. I'm gonna go back. I have a mild headache right now. I'm gonna get some Tylenol and probably eat.
Good stuff. I'm probably gonna call it here.
Yeah, that's
Had a
fair.
long day.
It's actually probably a good time to stop streaming.
I've been up since like 6:30.
Been waking up quite early lately.
AM or PM?
Good question, but yeah.
Yeah. Alrighty. Well, wait.
Good night.
Why are you